heck did the trail go? Is that it? Weird. Where is the trail? Oh, there it is. Which way did you take?
Where did I pass you?
We wanted to take this Vienna Creek trail, but somehow we missed it, which is 86. So we're going to do the loop the opposite way. We're going to start with the Vienna Creek 63 trail, which we already did. My GoPro was dead by that time. That was the day that we came back really late. We loved the trail, so we wanted to just do it the opposite way. Pretty cool trail, but today may be our last day. Hunter's bike looks like he needs a new master rear cylinder, and Michael's got a broken toe and sprained wrist, and Hunter's wrist that he fractured about a month ago wrestling is acting up, and everyone was really difficult, or Hunter and Michael, especially Hunter, was really hard to wake up this morning. We didn't get an early start like I would like, but overall it's been an awesome trip, I have to say. I think the mistake I made was Thursday when we did, I don't know, 180 or so miles, and we didn't get back until 11 o'clock at night. Ever since then, it's been hard recovering, and they've been really tired. So I guess my fault. What can you do? What the heck is this? Forget what that trail is. Well, back on the 63 trail, that's just that little section there looks like some kind of mining road, because there's a mine at the bottom. I guess I should have filmed it. I don't know why I didn't. Ooh. But anyway, so I kind of gave you an update as to how everybody's body's holding out, and all the bikes are working pretty good, with the exception of Hunter's. That his rear master cylinder is gone. And I have to say that I'm running, as far as the rear tire, a Sedona 970, and keeping it at 3 pounds. Yesterday I had it at 4 pounds, and the first couple of days I rode it at about 7-8 pounds, and I really like it at 3 pounds. A great tire, very similar to a Trials tire, I think, in the compound, and also you don't lose, it doesn't fall off like a dirt bike tire. Side bite's not that great, I have to say, but overall, very impressive, the tire. And Michael and Hunter are running the Shinko tire that Slavens recommends, which has become his favorite tire, he says. And that's wearing really well too. Hunter's running it today at 2 pounds, and he started pretty high, and with the tubeless system, you can really run these low pressures and experience trials like control with still a knobby for sandy conditions. I've basically been riding trials tires for the last couple of years and love them, just love them, but I figure I'd try the tubeless system and see if I can have that same trials like experience. I'm not going to say it's quite as good as trials in the really rocky conditions, but certainly superior to trials in sandy conditions. And for a trials tire to work in sandy conditions, you really got to be going fast, and a lot of times you just don't have that opportunity in these trails. They're so darn tight. Today started off really hot and actually got cooler, which is unusual. First day experienced that. And we're riding at a really high altitude right now, so that has a lot to do with it. We're right now probably at around 7,000 feet. I really wish these trails here were marked a little bit better. Some of them are marked great, and other ones are just terribly marked. But hey, look, I'm not going to complain. This is pretty darn awesome, and I guess if I want, I could just use longitude, latitude, and know exactly where I am all the time, but just a little bit of a pain in the neck marking it. What I just love about dirt biking through these forests is you can have a lot of fun riding, but then at the same time see so much more of nature than you can if you were walking. You know, at 53, I'm not sure how much longer I can do this, but when I can't do it anymore on a dirt bike, I'll probably do it on a quad or a side-by-side. And then when I can't do that anymore, I guess I'll just walk the trails. I mean, truly, I feel like I'm high when I'm riding here. It's just so much fun to have the challenge of riding a bike and seeing nature the way we do. these bikes are so well made now. I got a fully worked front 4CS Creft suspension, and it's really amazing. And on the back is valving done by Weir, who just does a really great valving job. Combination is pretty awesome. Highly recommend both. I certainly don't ride super fast anymore. I'm gonna try to be really careful. When I'm out here, so I don't have to have a helicopter come and get me. Hunter has really become good. Seems to ride well within control, but yet very fast. And he's really gotten good at standing and riding. I don't know, I trying a little more standing, but my legs seem to get pretty tired. Also, I'm a lot more top heavy than he is. I weigh 220, and a decent amount of that is in the upper body. Where he weighs, I guess 165, and I don't know, to me it just seems like at that weight it's easier to do a little more standing. Could be wrong though, maybe it's an excuse, I don't know, but I see when he stands, he kind of stands more upright. When I stand, I kind of lean back more, pulling on the bars more. All of us spent a lot of time in the gym getting ready for this trip. I guess one of the wonderful things about this trip is you really work hard to get in good shape, because you know you're going to be at altitude and just abusing the shit out of your body. So I was working out about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes a day, 6 days a week to 7 days a week. And I have to say, I really felt good. From the working out perspective, we also are running electron carbs on our bikes, and I'm getting the best fuel economy. I got a 300, Hunter has a 250, and Michael has a 300. What happens, I think, with Hunter's bike is he's getting the worst fuel economy, but being that he has a 250 also with the SX head, he has to ride on the pipe a lot more. I mean, I'm hardly ever on the pipe. This thing just lugs beautifully, and when you lug, it just has such phenomenal traction too. Get onto that pipe, a lot of times you lose that traction, sometimes a higher speed. You have to do that, and then you can get pretty good traction. But also when you lug it, you really respect the trails. You don't want to ruin the trails. When you get on the pipe, it can be a little destructive on the trails, and you want to let other people enjoy the trails. The other thing that's just so amazing is, so far today on this trip, I've seen 2 pieces of litter, and they were 2 old cans that probably were, I don't know, 20, 30 years old. And normally if I see a piece of litter, I pick it up. But when you see cans that are like 20, 30 years old, maybe even older than that, you kind of say, well, it kind of adds to the scenery. It's, you know, just kind of the history. And I figured if I took those cans away, kind of hurting the experience. You know, modern litter takes from the experience, but old litter, oh, if you heard that, bottomed out there. But anyway, the old litter, those old cans, old bottles, whatever, they really add to the experience. Anybody that's thinking about going to Idaho for a vacation, camping vacation, whether you ride dirt bikes or not, the camping is just unbelievable. I mean, you can just camp, set up a campsite next to a waterfall or next to a stream. It's just such beautiful places. We don't spend a lot of time trying to find a great campsite, because truthfully we don't really spend a lot of time doing that, because by the time we come back we're exhausted. So far on this trip we've only had a campfire 1 time. Probably gonna have another one tonight because we got a lot of wood, but brought marshmallows, didn't even toast them yet. The day that we lit the fire, much as we like the fire, we ended up putting it out pretty quick because we wanted to hit the sack. This is pretty amazing, huh? Let's see here how we do this. One big rock that's right underneath me is in the worst spot, but we go. Ah. Gosh, she really has become so good at darting in and out of all these obstacles and shit. This is where you got to be really careful hitting rock so you don't break a toe, even with motorcycle boots. I'm using these Garnet waterproof boots. They're not motocross boots. They're like cross-country boots. But I really like them. I mean, so often we're in these stream crossings and these guys are all riding with wet feet, and mine are dry. And then I love these Clem over the boot pants. My only complaint about them is that they're not tight enough to the boot. I think they're designed more for ATV riding, and because they're not tight enough to the boot, I ended up grabbing it with my foot pegs a lot, grabbing the bottom of the pants, and a couple times really badly. So I now put a rubber band at the bottom, or 2 rubber bands, and wow, it really works out great. Now when I go through water or whatever, it stays out of coming into my boot like the in the boot pants do, and then at the same time you don't have to worry about grabbing the foot pegs. Looks like there's 2 trails here, right? What, the one to the right and the one across the stream. Really? Oh, what are you waiting for? That's his attempt to make sure he doesn't put his foot in the water. me, it doesn't matter. Wow, look at this. Somebody must have spent the night and built a rock wall for reflection of heat, and they probably put a lean-to on it. It's kind of cool. Well done. Very well done. Wow. Be a lot of reflection there. Beautiful stream. Great spot here. What is this here? Interesting. What trail is this? Oh, this looks like some kind of ATV trail or something. Definitely not the right one.